Hello, hi there lovely Libras, do hope that you're well and welcome to my channel. My name is Bella. Most people know me as Bella the Secret Psychic, and how I work is I work with my spirit guides. And this is your June love horoscope for 2017, and pretty much I just translate what my guides want you to know in a very general way to give you some help and to help you to navigate through this month. So, interesting month because we have some astrological changes. We have Jupiter going direct from the 9th, and we also have a full moon on the 9th, which is in Sagittarius, which is and Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. So, what that means is a lot more optimism, more things flowing a little more freely in all sorts of areas of our life. And I get here, this is how these changes astrologically in your star sign, and as star signs move into different houses, how it affects you in relation to your love life. So my guides are pretty much unusually, considering we're talking about love life, they're talking about money when it comes to you and your love life. And saying here, like last month, some of you would have spent a lot of money on your significant other. And it feels to me that that's going to continue because actually there is more money flowing towards you. So some efforts that are completely outside of your love life, your career, your work. Maybe you've won the lottery, or there's some money coming towards you. Basically, pretty much bam, first week. And it's like you can do more stuff. When you've got money, you can do more stuff with your significant other. You can go on date nights, you can go shopping, you can make yourself look good if you're single so that you're attracting more people, whatever this is. You're just spending money when it comes to relation to your love life, either on somebody else, on yourself, on the partnership, whatever this is, to make yourself feel like you're giving back, or feeling like you're important, or feeling like, look, like sometimes, so we don't mean to do it, but sometimes we kind of want to show that we are a catch, or that we want to give back to somebody, perhaps if they've had a lot of patience with us in particularly maybe we haven't had the money for a while, or whatever this is. It just feels to me that actually more of that kind of spending in your relationship, because it is there, because of other things that are happening in your star sign in particular, you just want to throw it around a little bit, and that's okay. I just get you generous. So it's not even just about money, it's about your generosity of who you are in the connection of who you're with. You just want to spoil them, but also spoiling yourself at the same time. It's like a win-win situation. And it seems to continue because, again, in the second week for you guys, you just feel like, like more is coming to you. So whatever you guys are doing with work, guys, like there's a flow. Well, it seems to come in stages. So even the second week, there seems to be more coming in. You're like, great, that's fine. Woohoo. I would say here, just probably be careful that you're not too optimistic, because suddenly when you get a flood of money, sometimes we can just splurge and then go, uh-oh, where did the money go? So just bear in mind. But I'm just basically getting here that actually you just feel like you and your significant person, or perhaps you're dating, so that's another reason why you're spending lots of money, because you're going on lots of dates, because you can afford to. Just like enjoy the first couple of weeks. And I think unusually, in compared to other star signs, probably because you have in this kind of generous but also this financial way, you're not needing to think too much about any problems in your connection. Pretty much for you, I know the Jupiter going direct is on the 9th of June, but it feels like from the beginning of June, it's all happy days. Straight from the start. So it must be starting in your sign a little bit more earlier, because that can happen. So first 2 weeks, there's lots of abundance and generosity, financially, materially, of your heart, of everything. If you're married, your connection just gets closer. You're closer to them, your family, your kids, your children, everything. For some of you, there'll be talks of children and wanting to expand your family. And for some of you, it's just good. First 2 weeks. Now, this is where I think some of you may spend too much, because in the third week, you're not so generous. You kind of may have gone over the top, because I get some of you, there's quarrels coming up. There's quarrels almost like, oh, well, you made me spend that, or, no, I don't have it. Or like there's some sort of like you wanting to hold on now, or be much more careful, or where you have been generous and you thought, no, I need to slow down now. The person that you're with, particularly if you don't know them very well and you've been dating them, suddenly it's like, what, you're still not going to spend money on me now? Because you're trying to be mindful about the money you have left, because you've overspent. And so basically it's been showing there's some conflict in the third week, because suddenly you're giving and suddenly you're like, uh-oh, I need to hold on to it. And how it's perceived by the person that you're with, particularly if they're a new person, is, oh, so don't you want me now? You know, so just be mindful. Maybe because you're seeing this, you perhaps won't spend so much. You'll just be mindful from the beginning so that you just avoid that third week of it feeling like suddenly they're like, whoa, or that you did spend too much and you actually literally have nothing in the third week that actually causes you some stress. So I know that money shouldn't come as an influence in a reading, but it pretty much is coming in, and how it impacts the connection that you have. In the third, but it's just the third week. The third week is the only week that I'm getting where you're like, there is this tension, there's a possibility of conflict, and it's all to do with the reduction then of money and finances, or you being much more careful, that is seeming to impact the way that the other person views this situation. But then again, in the fourth week, more money comes. So I just get you celebrating again. I get such the weirdest reading. I just get you kind of like, just when you feel like you have to be careful, more flows in. So gosh, guys, if you've got some sort of project going, or you're self-employed in particular, or you're in the stock market, or you're thinking about gambling, whatever this is, in that month, it's like money chucking at you. And it's only the third week when you probably spent too much, or you've been a bit mindful because you spent too much, that there's a little bit of this kind of tension or mindfulness. And then it comes back again in the fourth week. And I just get you and this significant person, or you newly dating, or whatever it is, going out and celebrating again. And actually it feels to me that in that particular last week, because we're definitely in the full force of Jupiter doing its magic and starting to go direct, that actually it might be the larger amount that comes to you. So I'm most interested to know what this money is, guys. It's definitely outside of the love realm. It's definitely based on your activities or doing something. But you seem to have a good time with it, with your significant other as well. Just be mindful about how much you spend of it, because we can all have a good time, but on reflection, you might think, oh gosh, I wish I'd spent it in a better way. But life is for living, isn't it? We don't live to work, we work to live. And it seems in this month, guys, you certainly are enjoying it, relishing the attention on your significant other or on dating, and you just feel good. I think your thoughts on the matter is really, if you've got it, flaunt it. And definitely when it comes to your generosity, your emotions and your love life and your money, you're definitely flaunting it big time. So I do hope that's helped. If you'd like to know more about me, if you'd like to have a private reading, then do look at the links below. I've been Bella, and you have an amazing June. Take care.